where some of this money is going toward is toward these programs. And again, bring other programs, parenting programs, and we just, through CDBG funds, we just paid for a student to go to driver's training. So, well, good.
And we have some new members.
It's wonderful stuff.
I'm sorry.
They did a member drive, and we've got at least 2 members, so
Yes.
hopefully we'll grow from that.
For a group at any time, it's either group, the Holly Area Youth Assistants or Granite Groveland Youth Assistants, to participate in something, to be a part of something. These kids are our future. And they had everybody stand up where, you know, you were all on this side of the room. And they started reading these questions where they said, has anybody experienced a family member that is an alcoholic? If you have, walk across the line. They went through questions for abuse, for divorce, if you've been bullied, have you lost a loved one to cancer?
Was anybody left on the other side of the room when they got that?
You have no idea between the students and even the parents that were there, how many times that line was crossed by almost everybody at some point. So you see, we live every day with something around us and surrounding us. So when you look at when you look at something silly in your life, like, you know, maybe you know, something that's so minor in your life that you think is tragic, but you go and you see something like this and you really realize really what is important. Tremendous program. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Planning Commission Dale's excuse today, but I can tell you the bulk of what the Planning Commission was doing was working on those ordinance changes we had for the sign and accessory buildings, that type of stuff right now. So it'll be in next month's meeting. BZA?
We haven't had any.
And the only thing I think I can tell you is that we've met with, Dave and I met with Dragon Corporation, and I think we have a pretty good handle on what's likely to be needed to clear up the tanks that were removed back in the late 90s from the fire station. I don't think it'll be too onerous, but we'll probably wait till we're actually ready to sell the building. And then Pam did an excellent job working with community development to put together all the dollars that had been spent on Station 1 from community development dollars. And based on the guidelines they gave her, we really don't have to pay them back any of that money. But did we get the confirmation that while I was gone?
No, I sent it all into them.
Okay, we're going to wait for them to confirm that calculation. And then Dale is making arrangements for our commercial realtor to come out and take a look at the property in a few weeks. And we'll start getting an idea what it's really worth rather than the one figure I had from somebody before. Other than that, there's nothing else that I have to report. Pam, did you have anything else?
No, other than, of course, the office staff is going to be gearing up for the November election. And I just want to again compliment Teresa and Patty and Carrie on what they do in the office, and Shelley in the tax department. We just have a really tremendous staff here. Really good group of ladies.
Did a great job.
They do a wonderful job.
Dave, did you have anything you want to add?
No, just other than that session coming up October 11th.
Okay, with that, any other questions or comments? Not, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So
Excuse me, we're all working. Is there a second?
Second.
Any other questions or comments from the board? Any from the audience? Okay, we're adjourned and we'll reconvene here, Kevin, for your fire board meeting. So we're all here. Okay, the meeting's yours.
We had 80 calls this month, which is down as we expected from last year, 123. The year before that was 114. We're currently at 850 calls for the year.
But that is still about 60% of the run rate.
Correct.
65% of the run rate roughly, or a little better than that. And we had kind of swagged that it might even be more than that, so that's better than our projections are.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're at 850 for the year. We had 925 on August 31st last year, 777 the year before that, and 966 the year before that. So without the Holly calls, we're down where we little bit higher than we expected. I do have a new hire. I interviewed him on Friday, so we don't have all his paperwork, so I'd like to recommend to the board that we hire him. He's Fire 1 and 2 and EMT Basic. He lives in Brighton, but he's a childhood friend of Jeff Burdett. And once we get all his paperwork, obviously we'll make it official, but I'd rather just do it today rather than wait another month to hire him. So I'd like to recommend hiring
He's
Mike.
driving from Brighton to here.
I'm sorry?
He's driving from Brighton to here.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, if you want, I guess I'll make a motion that we approve, authorize the chief to hire, it's Michael Scoopin,
Scoopin, yeah.
Subject to getting all of his paperwork in and puppy shots and the whole 9 yards of day. Okay. Puppy shots. So, is there any other questions or comments from the board? Any from the audience? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, you signed it, Kevin.
Okay, we're also discussing sending out a flyer to all the residents, looking for some more local people to apply to the fire department. We haven't finalized that yet.
Okay.
Also 44, which is our oldest ambulance. We had to put the new fuel tank in because that was leaking. And
Still
then,
doesn't have a wet pressure, right?
sorry?
Still doesn't have a wet pressure.
Correct. Well, we turned it in because it was difficult to start. They said it was a low oil pressure pump.
Oh,
That didn't fix it. So now they're thinking it's the high oil pressure pump, which is a rather complicated repair. And they say it may cost up to $4,000 to repair. So
How
it's
many
more than
miles are on there, Rick?
200,000. But there's not 200,000 on the motor.
Oh, that's the one we put the new motor.
So we're looking at other alternatives. We're thinking about bringing it to, what's that name? The Diesel Tech. And seeing if they might have a better solution, but they're typically more expensive than Armstead. So I'm just looking for approval to basically spend up to about $4,000 on repairs and that. This is including the repair that they just did, so we haven't paid for that. And that was about $1,500, I suspect.
So this one's really in the $2,700 range.
On top of the other one. Now it is our oldest truck, but we'd like to keep it for like 2 more years. And then,
Because the motor's only about a year old, isn't it?
no, the motor's one that's got about 80,000 on it, but it's
But they're diesels.
diesel.
Make a motion to spend up to $4,000 for the high pressure, low pressure oil pumps for A44.
Is there a second?
I'll second that, but I'd also like to add, we're going to take that from Department 340.
If you say so, yes.
Are there any other questions or comments from the board and from the audience? Patty, would you take a roll call?
Robert DePalma,
Yes.
Pamela Mazik,
Yes.
David Axe,
Yes.
Jim Christopher,
Yes.
and Dale Mason is still excused.
And Ken, when I looked at the run rate on the revenue, I see that percent attainment on year-to-date collections is higher than we estimated by this time, but we've only really got a couple of months running at the village. But the shift in on-pay is actually at a lower percentage, which is good.
And you'll see the callback rate drop significantly.
Yeah, that is my point. It seems like you're getting the salary dollars or callback dollars involved in it and adjusted quite well too. So when we get done with the end of results for September, Ken's going to come out and you and I get set down on that Jim to join me and we'll kind of go over the numbers and see if we can sway pretty close on what a year would look like.
We also had went through some of the recurring bills and we found out that we were paying an exorbitant fee for WEX to handle the credit cards for the fleet. We only use them for the gas vehicles, so we installed a tank at Station 2 so that we can save $220 a month.
Good.
And the fuel that we're getting there, I think this time was $2.36 a gallon. So that's without the taxes on it.
Sales
So,
taxes, yes.
so I think we're going to save quite a bit of money on that. We just noticed it now because we're using 47, which is a gas vehicle. And so when we had an issue where we didn't pay the bill 1 month because of the transition, and they shut us down. And when we try to, okay, turn the card back on, they were very, how do you say, difficult. And we showed them that we had mailed the check, like 4 or 5 days
The fire
earlier.
department was gonna abscond with
Yeah,
the
I
fuel?
guess, so.
Okay.
I already canceled the card and they said we owed $695 for the balance, so we'll wait and see if any other charges come up on that. But
Okay,
Sounds good.
that's all I have.
all right. Anybody have any other questions or comments? Yeah.
Jeremy Chestnut, 600 South Jasmine. I was wondering if at any point in time the board is considering offering health insurance to the full-time firefighters.
That is a discussion item that Kevin and I have had on several different dates, yes.
Okay.
We're looking at it. Okay. Any other questions or comments? If not, a motion to adjourn is in order.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any other questions or comments from the board? From the audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned. Thank you.